Welcome everybody to the Natural Ones. Hi, how's it going? It's rude of you not to answer, but we'll move on. We are here to play a game, and we are going to show you that game now. We don't have any other announcements to make, correct?
Not that I'm aware of.
Awesome. So, moving right into... Oh, boy. The hiccup was perfect. You have all just arrived back into the city of Sestead. You have entered, I would say, from the south gate. Would have been that would be the one that your road would actually have gone as a path to. So you are entering on the south side, meaning that you are going through some of the other outer farmlands, as well as more of like artistic and slash general store districts of Sestead. It would be another like hour before you would actually get to the mansion if that's if you're trying to go there first.
Yeah, I think that's... We probably want to go back to the mansion before we actually, like, check in with people, yeah?
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Alright, so the group moves through the city, and it seems quieter today. It's sort of just a overcast sort of weather as the as you move through, and nobody seems to be actively like you know celebrating anything. And you get back to the mansion, and you have to do your tricks to like get Flanagan into the door. And as you do, everything in the house seems up to snuff. It seems clean. It seems fine and healthy. Everything you feel, you kind of look around, and it seems maybe like a little bit more lived in. You see a couple of things that have just been like left to the side. Trulio's bed seems to have been like chewed.
I'll have to talk to Webster about that.
Wasn't he just, like, sleeping on a regular bed?
No, he had like his own little bed. Remember, you guys got him his own little bed.
I thought it was a situation where I had taken the bed out of my room and put it in the...
That's
I mean,
where
Philip's
kobolds are
bed...
sleeping.
Okay, yeah. Philip's bed is in the common area.
Yeah, in the like outside of the living quarters, but like not down here by the entrance.
Oh,
by the foyer.
okay.
That's what I mean. He had like a little foyer. He had a little entrance bed
Fair.
that's been like chewed on.
Oh, probably because of puppies. Never mind. I was like, signs of a struggle.
Nameless, you don't see the wolves or the foxes, but Trulio is sort of sitting by the fire. He seems a little disgruntled, and for the rest of you, you all, what is he grabbing? Oh, he's grabbing it. Oh, okay, yeah, everybody's
Probably
grabbing
a blanket
on a
because
warm
everybody
day.
has one.
Well, I wish I had a real blanket. This is my baby blanket.
Okay, you don't have to defend your choice to have the blanket.
No, I just wish I had a real blankie.
Oh.
You got a bed full of them right there.
So is anybody trying to do anything? Thanks, Miles.
Thanks.
He's just upset because he doesn't have blankets.
What are you trying to do in your mansion? Do you let Ark
Get
out?
blankets.
Yes, I'll let Ark
Yeah, we let
out.
Ark out.
Okay.
Can Art not get out?
No, he stays.
Not if it's closed.
Ark,
Maybe
welcome
peek it
to
out
our
before.
to our home.
You're like,
This is where we live.
huh? It's quite a lovely home.
Thank you.
He made it himself. He didn't make it himself.
I suppose, would it be alright if I perused the grounds?
don't know. You can look around, though.
Okay. He starts wandering.
What does peruse mean?
It's not in my calendar.
It's not on the calendar. They skipped this one.
But I would like to go to find the children that I adopted, that I love so much with my whole heart.
Sure.
That you
They're
routinely abandon for months at a time.
I was gonna say it's been like maybe 2.5 weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
Because we warped there magically, and then basically just slowly made our way back.
Yeah.
The last stretch was 9 days, but about 2.5 weeks?
Yes. Just under 2.5. So, searching around, you've like gone upstairs. You don't see anybody in the the living quarters, right? Like where all your rooms are, that extra room that's in between. But there's the staircase that leads up to the library, and you do hear people talk. Like you hear noise coming from upstairs. Like you do hear like voices. As you walk into the living quarters, and you see something on the ceiling that like wasn't there before, and as you look more into it, it's a mural. There is a mural painted on top of the ceiling of a dark tower, a like almost void black, like with certain little shadowed portions to it, in a twilight like lit setting, right? So there's these purples and oranges and reds cresting the bottom of the tower, and at the top of the tower, almost as if it's like a lighthouse, you see a burning light, like a sun.
Are they all there?
No,
Or at least
this is like if you're about to go up into the library where the voices are, nobody's in this room, just the mural.
Ah, okay. Then yeah, I would like to go to that room because I would like to ask what that is.
So you head upstairs, and as you get into the library, you see Yvonne has set the 6 of them are sitting at the desks right now, and they're kind of doing like school. Like you could imagine it being equated to that. You see Webster. You see everybody but Zeus. Everybody but Zeus is sitting at their desks, and Picasso is just like he's sort of painting on the side. He doesn't seem to be paying attention, but the other 5 are varying degrees of paying attention. Webster and Hawking are certainly paying more attention than the others. But, like, they are all there, and Yvonne is with them, and as you step up... hello. You're back. Are you all back?
We are all back, yes. For a little time, the trip was kind of strenuous. So we came back real quick. Where's Zeus?
Oh, most likely he's out in the courtyard.
Oh, okay.
I kind of let him run around for a longer period of time so that he has better, an easier time focusing.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He gets distracted easily. Yeah.
Yes.
He sees one thing, finds a new thing, a new thing.
She kind of you see that she kind of like dismisses the kids, and they all kind of like go do their other thing. Like Webster immediately like goes back into all his little books. He doesn't really leave the desk. Hawking like immediately like scoots off his chair and just like kind of like just scoots past you and heads downstairs. And Rosa and Harriet are the only ones who actually come up to like talk to you, and Amelia also just like kind of like runs off and does something. Like she goes up the staircase.
Hello. First of all, did you guys have fun with Yvonne?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're learning.
That's good. Learning is great because the more you know, you just you just know more things. I'm really not good at this parenting thing. I'm so sorry. Could you tell me about the new mural that I found downstairs?
And they kind of they point to Picasso, like he did it.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad about it. I just want to know where the idea for the mural came from.
And so Rosa, Harriet, they run off now. They're like, okay, that's not our question. Then they run away, and then
Okay, bye.
Picasso's still sitting there. So like you step
Great,
over,
so-
ask him the question, and he's, I dreamed it.
What exactly was the dream?
I just saw that shadowy tower with the sun and colors.
Okay, and you just nothing else? Like you didn't see anyone in the tower? You didn't see anyone outside of it?
Just a feeling of tower.
Okay, well, it is a beautiful mural. You did a fantastic job. What are you drawing right now?
It's kind of just doodles of the bugs. The Noggles
Okay.
beetle. Like he's just kind of like drawing.
Doodle bug?
Yeah, it's a doodle bug.
Awesome. Okay, well, keep painting. You're doing a great job. I'm so proud of you. And, keep, being you. And then I kiss him on the forehead.
He's like,
and I... Oh, so this is called affection. I'm not really good at it. It's something you do when you love someone. So I'm trying it out. 'Cause I love you guys. If you don't like it, I don't have to do it anymore. I'm just trying
he just
to like...
keeps going. He goes back to drawing.
Okay, never mind. Bye! And then I go to find everyone else so I can tell them about our new mural.
Yeah. As you walk back down, you see that Rosa is she's like got a book in her hand and she's sort of reading it, and as she you see her try to do something, and like as she like prestidigitates a little thing, just a little, she like cleans, and you see that Harriet is also like practicing some like really basic like martial arts forms. As you go back downstairs towards
I'm
everybody
gonna show
else.
her a martial arts form real quick and be like, okay, so do it like this. Perfect. Mommy loves you, and then hug them. I know they'll be uncomfortable, and then if they do it, I'll explain the love thing again, but not literally, just for brevity's sake. I explain the love thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah, they seem a little bit more inclined towards it, but they also sort of like it's slightly foreign. You come back downstairs, and for the rest of you, Hawking has like and like run past you and gone straight into the workshop. Just a little note to everybody else that he has run down with his little book, and he's run straight into the workshop.
I'm gonna follow him.
Sure. So as you kind of walk in, and he seems to like, he's got like this little booster seat on this stool, so he can actually like get up into the workbench, and he gets up there, and you see that he's got a little thing that he's been working on. It seems to be like if you wanted to really inspect it, you could get more out of it, but like cursory glance seems like some sort of you could potentially use it as like a rudimentary calendar.
Alright, I'll just ask him about it. Ask him what it does, how it works, that sort of thing.
He like sort of like takes it a little bit closer and he says, "Not done yet."
Fair enough.
Want to count the days.
I get that. I have trouble with that myself sometimes, so when you're finished, let me know. I'd love to see how it works.
And he like tries to like hide his little thing as he works on it. If you're gonna stay in the room,
I think I'll wander on back.
okay. Anybody else? Nameless.
I would like to go and see how Wolf 1, Wolf 2, and Cub Wolf 1 and 2 are doing.
And nothing about Ripper.
I forgot Ripper.
Oh,
He's the dad.
Whoa.
Though. Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I haven't been home in a really long time. I want everyone to know that, and I forgot.
Wow.
Nameless didn't forget. Chelsea forgot.
Sure.
Nameless would remember every detail, just like geography.
I have an excellent memory for
Excellent
geography. Can you tell me where Rienstead is?
That is not on the map!
Far away from the...
You tell me where Runstead is? What's a tree?
So, you don't see them by the fire, right? Like they're not in the main first floor. But some basic just like walking around, you go to the courtyard and you see Zeus is sort of like in the middle of wrestling them, like the wolf cubs who have grown to be able to like actually run and move around. You see that they're kind of like moving into space, and he seems to be kind of either it's very playful, and you see that like Ripper, Wolf 1 and Wolf 2 are also like off to the side, kind of just watching the whole ordeal. And he kind of, anytime the wolves get, like the wolf pups like get really near the mushrooms, like Zeus like steps up and like protects them, and then he like pushes, he like starts making them wrestle away from the beetles.
Aww.
Especially Pete. So
Fucking Pete and Best, the Beatles.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's their names now. There's two of them, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Okay. That's their name. Perfect.
It's still on you, Nameless. What would you like to do?
Every time I go to talk, Chris talked. So I was like, okay.
I wasn't saying anything.
I just don't want to even.
What are you doing, child?
And Zeus looks up. Oh, we're playing.
Can I play with you guys?
Yeah. Nobody else likes to play.
Well, they're stupid. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I viciously turn into a wolf. Oh, I can't. We just poops. Probably don't have any wild shapes left, do I?
Right. Yeah, you wouldn't. Sorry.
Polymorph into a wolf.
I actually did I prepare it?
I love that your main use of polymorph now is to fool children.
I did. I polymorph into a wolf.
Okay, well then your mental stats changed to a wolf.
Where were you when Nameless mauled a child?
I mean, that's the nature of the spell. Polymorph. They don't keep their mental stats. You transform into the creature.
But I retain my alignment and personality.
Yes, you
So
do.
would I not? I would know not to hurt him.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, you're not. Yeah, like you aren't wanting to hurt him. So like that's not the intention. So like yeah.
But I become a wolf baby.
Okay,
A
wolf
baby
pup.
wolf.
And so
And
he's
we.
like, oh
we fight.
yeah, and like you guys keep playing.
But I'm like definitely gonna be the best at it. Like I'm a little competitive
Oh
about
well,
it.
you're gonna need a roll for that.
Okay.
Roll me a
Only
dexterity.
a wolf check?
Yeah, a wolf check. Yeah.
What stat is a wolf check?
Charisma.
Oh, that's unfortunate. How's a 4?
You're certainly not the best, but you're not the worst. There's
How's Zeus
one
doing?
pup who's just like, like that's just. There's one pup that just continuously flubs. But the other two, there's
Got
the
into
other
some
two.
of the mushrooms.
When they get so excited to play that they like lose all actual like awareness.
Yes.
And they're just kind of like flopping around and not actually like
They
aware
just,
if they're
like,
actually touching
they
anything
fall
anymore.
on their back.
Just
Yeah.
legs everywhere.
But it's a good time. It's a good, I think polymorph lasts, 2 hours for you?
Yeah.
Spell duration.
Yeah, because their spell duration is doubled.
Oh no.
So
Yeah, 2 hours, baby. We just play for 2 hours. Or
he
until
is
Zeus
into it.
leaves.
Like Zeus is there for it. There's like moments in time where you guys like stop, right? Like just like catch your breath, but like he's super into it. In those moments that he has to like catch his breath, though, he like walks over to the beetles, and you just hear him talking to them.
What is he saying to them?
He is just kind of talking about how he says how he really likes when everybody comes back home. He sort of says it's just like sort of like talking to them about like he knows that they want to play too, but like they're so small that they probably shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't play. So
I like Zeus. We play.
mm-hmm. And as you look outside, also as you're the first person to actually go to the courtyard, you are no longer in the maledicted wastes. The mansion is now in your south view, in the north, like to you, like let's say prior to turning into a wolf, right? North of you guys, there's a river. West of you, there's the east of you, there's the ocean. And kind of in the other circumference of those, you see a massive, sort of like miles long forest. The air is cool. It feels a little humid, but it has a fog. There's kind of like a persistent fog. Not dangerous amount, but just light over the air. It feels not familiar, but just sort of like you're pretty sure you're south of the wastes. And if you can see the ocean, you're in the southeast. You're southeast from the wastes then.
I'll remember that when I'm nameless.
Sure.
Nameless will remember that.
I'll have an excellent memory for geography then.
Anybody else as she's playing for 2 hours?
I was hoping to check in with Barlow. Does anybody want to come with me?
Yeah.
She says to an empty foyer.
Yeah,
I leave. No.
I'll come with you. I want to make a call before we go, but yeah.
I was in the same.
Sure,
I was in
yeah.
the same boat. Yeah. I'm wondering if we want to make the same call.
I'm thinking of like, get off the phone. I gotta get online.
I kind of doubt it, Philip, but maybe. I mean, I kind of doubt it, Chris, but maybe.
I liked it when Liam was talking to me.
Either one can go first. You two decide. And click a whistle. If you're gonna wait for Liam, then yeah, you're just gonna wait for these 2 calls to happen, and then yeah,
You go ahead.
Liam first.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, this mirror within this mansion, the Mountain Dews, our intrepid band of travelers, requires a rhyme to be able to operate it, as dictated. Go ahead.
This rhyme is bad, I am awareth, but I would like to talk to Nerith.
Yay.
It's getting wilder and wilder as Chelsea dances for like longer periods of time. Great. So
I'm playing.
the image shifts and you see Nerith kind of seems like he's in the middle of thinking, like he's writing stuff down. It seems like a what am I trying to say? Like a, oh my God, Chelsea. Jesus. It looks like he's in the middle of work, but like he's on the break in between like actual physical labor and doing this. He's
Her face is becoming the same color as the hood.
yeah, as the hoodie. Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry to barge in, Nerith. Is now an alright time?
I suppose. Yeah.
I'm back in town, and mostly I just wanted to ask if you'd have any open time later that we could meet up.
I would. You mean today?
This evening at the earliest, and after that, whenever you're available.
I could make this even. Yes, it's possible.
Alright, cool. I want to update you on the.
Yes.
The thing, the errand. Also, it's been a bit of a journey, if you can imagine, and I could honestly use 2 of my favorite things: stiff drink and your brain. So.
Sorry.
You want Nerith to give you brain?
Yeah. And he says,
Artificer pickup line.
well, it's high praise. Thank you. Yes, I should have the time this evening. I will clear something. There's really nothing anyway, so yeah, I will. Thank you. It is that was very quick.
Do what I can, you know.
Yeah, it is very impressive. So
Philip's waiting to use the communicator, so I'll see you tonight, okay?
You got it.
Bye.
Alright, so you hang up. Philip.
My favorite animal is a frog. I'd like to talk to Thaddeus Brog.
It's slowly.
It's
It seems like the strength of the rhyme is sort of.
They're just like,
how
I don't
Really
think you
staggy.
actually like frogs that much. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's
gotta fact
it
check
takes a
this.
second. It's what gives you a good connection is when the rhyme is really solid.
Yeah.
But it opens to Thaddeus Brugg, and you see him currently on a ship, and he, oh, hi.
Hi. Apologies for barging in, as it were. This is a device I don't entirely understand.
Okay.
I needed to tell you two things. First is to apologize for the way that things went, and just a promise to do what I can to make it right. The second is, I'm sure you're aware of the situation in Corhall.
I'm privy to some of it, sure.
Well, we may have stopped by there, and it turns out the entire thing was done with a device to both infect people with the disease and to curse them to be incurable. We took care of the disease part. It's gone, but all the victims are still cursed, and if there's anybody who has the mind to make it work, or someone with a conscience such as yours, if anything comes to mind, any way you can think of to maybe create a device to counteract it, that's all I wanted to say, was to have you abreast of the situation. I feel like I've reached the end of what I can do for the city.
Let me stop you right there.
Yeah.
I'm not even close to that anymore.
I know.
You could probably find someone else,
I could.
but I'll reach out if I can.
The droplets of Saloon are keeping watch around there. If even any ideas come up, any theories, we can do the legwork on it if you know.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that was all.
Give it some thought.
Thank you. And
Hang up.
hang it up. Yeah.
I could hear half that conversation. Yeah.
You could hear what Philip's saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to pick Nerith's brain about this. I want to show him what I have and try and organize stuff. I would like to. It might be easier to get Thaddeus interested if I have something to show him. You know. So once my notes are more organized, we can try reaching out again and seeing if he has any ideas. Specifically, if I can show him some of the scheme of the device.
Yeah, that'd probably help. I'm not gonna lie, mostly I just wanted to make sure he hadn't been captured or taken in.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm done if there's nothing else.
So time for Barlow? Do we want to grab the other two, or
Is she still a wolf?
so it's a group? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't find Nameless anywhere.
Huh. That's weird. Where could she have gone? Oh, well. I mean, you see, I'll go search for them. See if they want to come join.
Setlali has been. You were supposed to be coming down anyway, so like, she's there.
Mostly by search, I mean just kind of yell up the steps and see
That's
what
what I mean.
happens.
Setlali's there, so like, if you would like to ask her to come, if she wants to go, it's up to her.
Hey, you want to come see Barlow?
I mean, I'll take the walk with you, but I should probably go tell Moral about
Oh, right.
their friend.
Sorry about that.
Besides,
But yeah, if you want
I
to-
don't think all of us need to be there to tell Barlow that the job was complete. And since you're more familiar, I probably
Totally.
makes sense.
No. I just
Since
think.
you,
I am
since
the
you're
only
more-
one who tried to kill him. That's
Exactly.
very true.
Yeah.
That's kind of intimate.
Yeah,
The
but I'll
idea
walk
of-
with you.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
Setlali, Clickwhistle, and Liam are headed that direction. Setlali's gonna break away to Moral. Liam's gonna go with her to Barlow's and then break off to go to Narrows later. Did you say you were going to go as well, Philip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry, I missed that. I think it was because you were asking about the mirror. So, the four of you leave, and Nameless, you get to have a rousing, continuous game of pup wrestling.
I actually am really happy they all left. I asked me I want to do it by myself, so lit.
Gross.
So we're gonna handle them real quick first. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Please do.
All right. So it's not a very long walk again, or like for some of you, it's about an hour's walk to the other side. And Setlali, after you guys break through past the spire of Sestead, you go ahead and break away and go to Morals, and the three of you head further. It's reaching at this point, I'd say, getting into the city and then coming in from the south entrance and getting to the house and then spending some time there, like probably that kind of hour. It's reaching about 5 o'clock at night. By the time you
So
actually,
probably home.
by the well, you know, again, it's like by the time you actually get to the college, it's about 5. It seems like people are exiting. Most people are on an exodus of the academy, and not many people are going in. Getting up to his office, you see his assistant sort of seemingly like she's wrapping up for the day.
Hiya. Is the dean in?
Oh, yes, he is. Was he expecting you?
Yes, actually, yeah. I don't think I have like an appointment or anything, but if you tell him that the dudes are here to see him.
Right,
He'll know
that
who
is
we are.
who you are. Okay, give me a moment. And she walks in. A minute passes, and she exits, please, and then goes and sits down at her desk. Directs you, like, in.
Go in.
So Barlow sits at his desk, and he says, oh, I was just planning on leaving. I did receive your message, Philip, and the rest of you. Good news overall, it seems.
Yeah, overall. We did make a couple very interesting discoveries. Particularly about how it was disseminated. There was this crazy device thing. Liam has more understanding about it than I do, and he has pictures. But yes, we neutralized it. It's not spreading anymore. Unfortunately, those that were infected are lost. for now, but it's not gonna get anybody else.
Sort of like asks for whatever you had, Liam.
Yeah, I can give him like a basic, quick and dirty rundown of the schema. I also.
Well, here's the thing. You guys also had. Oh, I'm sorry. You also said something to me during the break that if you wanted to be reading those books every night. Yeah. So you're starting with that. So again, you had enough time over the travel and like the thing. You could have made 2 if you wanted to. So like you could give him a full copy. You wouldn't even have to just like jot it down here. You would have probably already made.
Yeah, I'll give him. That makes sense. I'll give him a copy and I'll just like run through the main points. Like,
Sure.
You can look into this more later, but here's some of the main stuff. Here's the thing we had issues with. Here's what we shut down.
Yeah.
I also do want to iterate that it seems like the Bronze Wolf was behind it.
Sure.
Not Bovasia. At least if it was Bovasia or another country, it's seemingly using the Bronze Wolf to do it. There's no reason to believe that Bovasia was a part of it.
Sure.
Yeah, because I definitely have motives for wanting Bovasia to
stay an ally.
again.
Yeah. And he's, that's troubling. We'll have to. This lodestone. That's impressive. Binding that magic and finding one of that size is no small feat. Well, thank you for bringing this to my attention, and job well done.
Thanks.
As much as we can say that in this line of work. You say the droplets of Saloon are still stationed there, yes? They did not vacate. Okay, good. That's
Their goal now is to try to find a way to break the curse.
one.
If not overall, at least on individuals.
Well, I should have heard something from them by now, but I understand. I'll have to send another message to them, see what's preventing. They might just have their hands full. They do a lot of work in that area as well as just in general.
Also, if this is within your power, to be able to trace this, it appears the device likely was sent to Corhall from Reichsted, not Reichsted. Wow. Was sent there from Reichsted just a couple days before the whole thing happened.
Yes, I suppose when you say that it was through the filtration system, yes, I recall some manner of requests going down that line. Corhall is a very old city. In some ways it is built very similarly to ours, but hasn't been as refined. So it was an effort to update the systems and also clean them out, so it's a good lead. It's a good lead, yes. We could trace that back to whatever whoever was creating the device for us, and perhaps that will, when I have more information, I will send for you. I might have use of you going to Reichsted.
That is fair. I know that region.
If you are open to it. Good. It'll probably take me a few days to accrue the information. Was there a name? Of
Was that the
They're,
car?
the postmaster that signed off on the delivery was Carvale.
Carville. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that might not lead anywhere, but it's at least something.
The only hope we have is that he remembers something about somebody bringing that package in.
Did you keep the letter?
Sure.
Or didn't you keep the ship manifest?
Yeah, like pocket it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could produce the manifest then.
You don't have to. I was trying to remember if you took it or not. That was my point. So yeah, if you produce it, he sort of looks it over again. He says, "Yes, the urgency with which it is sent falls in line with what I remember, but not generally written so haphazardly or not so how do I say it hurriedly. It's a very short note for something as important as that. It should have had much more documentation."
Do you think it was maybe written under duress or maybe by someone else?
I don't know the man's handwriting, so I can't say anything towards that. Duress, yet again, would also have to evaluate the writing in general. It's more the shortness of information, the limited information. That's the part that, to me, speaks to an odd behavior for something as important as what it was. So I will add that to my list of investigations. Please, what you'll find is I have allocated some funds from the city to address certain proclivities of using your group.
Okay.
You will find you have an account open at the bank, and there might be some money waiting there for you. And truth be told, some people didn't imagine you would make it back, so it was an easy investment.
Well, thanks for the faith, and thanks even more for the bank account. Is there anything else we can do for you, Barlow?
Not at the moment. Please take your rest. It must not have been a fun journey back. How did you get across the border?
Very haphazardly.
Poorly.
Hijinks? I'd consider it hijinks.
That might be. You didn't kill anyone, did you?
We didn't.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate on that? That seems sort of important.
There's another development regarding Colinth.
As we were crossing the border, like we said, it was not a very smooth journey, and we were found out. And they sent 3 magic users of some sort, men in robes.
Yes, it's the border guard.
Yeah, then they said 3 border guards out. We were about to fight them, and then they were very suddenly dropped and killed instantly. And we got another little message from them.
I see.
Mostly warning us off.
When it comes to Colinth, I have no. My worries lie not in that area, but if what you're saying is true, and you even by proxy left dead bodies on the border of, then we will have to endeavour to make that a point to discuss. It's good to know. I always like being warned ahead of time exactly what I'm going to have to be facing. Nothing else from me.
I do have some concerns regarding the Droplets of Saloon. If it's been a while since you've heard from them, the Bronze Wolves had been keeping regular attacks on on their camps, trying to get into the city since the disease began. We were hoping it would stop once the disease was stopped, but I do fear that something potentially happened.
I hadn't heard from them in that regard. They sent usual updates of. They never mentioned attacks.
That's odd.
They never mentioned the attacks?
No.
They were large-scale attacks. They should have mentioned that to you.
It's the first time I'm hearing of it.
Who is your contact with the Droplets of Saloon?
Well, it's one of the members who reside down there. I believe the name is Rose.
Rose. Rose is good. Yeah, we like Rose. I know this may sound sort of strange, but have you ever seen Rose? You know what Rose looks like, right? Defining features?
She's a young woman with some athleticism. She has a prosthetic leg.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure that it is actually the real Rose that we talked to. Because she has been thwarting the attacks. It's very strange that she would not have mentioned them to you.
I do not aim to know what other people would like to tell me, but if there are attacks, I can send. We'll send a battalion. We'll send someone down there to help mitigate these attacks. Then it seems like I'm going to have to. If you are concerned, then I will send a small contingent out there to assess the damage, and we need to start helping them out with the cleaning of Corhall anyway. So, well, I suppose I just mean like the preparations for Corhall, I should say.
Yes.
Is there anything else?
Not from us. Thank you again.
Yes. And he like in the drawer. He like takes out a key on a chain. And he's like, "Here can I?" And he's sort of like, "That's your key to your bank, to your vault, to you."
Is it just like a loose key, or does it have like a thing on it that I can put around?
Oh yeah, it's a key on a chain.
Perfect. Put it around my neck.
Yeah.
Put it in my tuck it in my armor.
It's a secret pocket.
It disappears in the feathers. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah. It's the
Just like.
Well, then you can't find it either. You're like, fuck.
And I was like, come on, and I'm just pulling dagger after dagger.
cracker.
So he sort of he motions you that you're free to leave. You guys have anything to talk about, or can I move to Set Lolly?
I just think one of us should try and reach out to Rose from the mirror, double check up on him.
That's not a bad idea.
Okay. Set Lolly, making your way to Moral. It's again, yeah, it's like later in it's like starting to be evening. It's by the time you get there, it's the shop is still open. Nobody's inside, and the usual teller is there. She's, "Oh, hello."
Hi. Is Moral available to speak?
Yes, I believe they are. And seeing as how you're under one of their contracts, I believe they need you for something, so give me a moment. She goes upstairs, and and when she comes down, she says, "Please, you're free to go."
Thank you.
You step upstairs. Moral is in their their usual garb of like the you saw them in last time. It's middle of spring right now, so it's going off in a high fashion. They've got a lot of like bright colors, a lot of greens. There's almost like this like leaf texture to all of the design. So they sit behind their desk. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Please. And they pull a chair over to you and let you sit. Like they hold the chair out for you to sit. They move
Thank
back
you.
around their desk. Why, of course. You seem to be in a little bit of a stress, so what can I do for you tonight?
Well, you said you had a friend in Corhall, and you wanted to know of their whereabouts, and I have the answer.
Doesn't seem like you like the answer.
I don't think you're gonna like the answer.
Well, it's...
But you're not gonna hate the answer.
I suppose that makes me intrigued.
So, when we got to Corhall, there were people outside of the city limits who had not been infected, and I asked them if Brachus was out there, and I checked every single tent, and they were not there. But I met someone who said that they were unfortunately infected, so they were within Corhall. We went inside the city to stop the disease, and we stopped the spread of the disease in Corhall, and unfortunately Nameless did track that Brachus was in the city, which means that unfortunately he is currently infected and is in the unfortunate state that the people who were infected are in. However, because we stopped the spread of the disease, the people who were already infected are in there. However, they're not necessarily dead. So the droplets of Saloon and hopefully some other people, if we can find people to help, are going to try to find a cure to help the people in the town, in Corhall, to hopefully revert everyone back to themselves. Because Philip tried by himself, and unfortunately it only worked temporarily. But we're hoping that with everyone's brain power put together, that something can be done for your friend and the people of Corhall.
Their outfit starts to take on a bluer sort of shade. Their hair turns into this like white blue sort of shimmer, and it's the first time Moral has resembled their sister, and they kind of absorb it. Then there's nothing to do but wait. Thank you for completing your job.
I am so sorry.
don't know why.
Despite us not getting along, I did not want to come here with bad news.
We don't get along?
Funny.
Well, it'll... Just... Could you please just leave? I would really like to not be seen right now.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna pat her hand.
Oh, they do not like that.
Yeah.
It's immediately drawn away.
Sorry,
Just leave.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Yeah. Let me go.
I'm trying this new thing. It's not working.
I'm trying.
No. I know.
Really, it's really not working. So Lolly is not feeling great right now.
But yeah, you leave. As you're stepping out of the door, the actual building, you just start to hear a bunch of crashing from, like, muffled things being sort of strewn about and just kind of almost as if things being thrown around. On the road back for the three of you, are you going to stop at Neritz now, or are you going to go all the way back and then... Okay, you're going to do that. Nameless.
So I'm gonna, like, come out into the, like, foyer and be like, where is everybody? Realize I'm alone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go upstairs and grab paper, or wherever paper is.
Yeah.
And go back to the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna write a note to everybody.
Okay. You don't even have to say what it is now, if you don't want to.
I do not.
Okay.
And I am going to turn it to the forest. And Panther and I are gonna step through and close the door.
Okay. Just for now, I'm going to go ahead and go back to Liam. It's a pretty big move. So I'm gonna let you have it for a second. Liam, you break off from Clickwhistle and Philip and go ahead and enter Nerith's shop. And you see him... yeah, it works better that time. You see him seemingly like he was sort of waiting until it, like as you slide the door open, and like it doesn't look like he was doing anything. He's just got like a glass of wine on the table, sort of. Oh, hello.
Hello. It's been a couple of weeks now, let me tell you.
He gets a glass and then pours the wine and...
My hero. Out of character, because I forgot to take notes. We gave the thing to Thaddeus, yes? The delivery. Did we pick something up when we did that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Philip got it for you, and it's still contained. It's still sealed.
Cool.
And so you would have, grabbed it from Flanagan. That was kind of why I was moving past any of that stuff, where it was like, if you're going to go to Nerith's, I knew why you were going there, so, like,
yeah,
we're good.
Well, I have this for you. The story around getting it is interesting.
Oh. He
and the story
takes it.
following it is interesting.
He sets to the side.
And the problem... Well, there's several problems. I have two stories and a problem. And if you have the time and the patience, I would give them to you in that order.
I somehow do.
Right. So, You may have noticed an odd reaction when you first told me I needed to go see Thaddeus Brog about this. And part of that is, yes, I was familiar with Thaddeus because of the incident. You're aware one of my companions has a less than savory past, the bird one.
No.
Well, she does, and as you might be aware, sometimes having a less than savory past can be a hard thing to get away from. So she was contacted by some of these individuals, and she actually was given a contract on Thaddeus Brog. He's okay. He's still alive, but our meeting didn't go very smoothly. He's I wasn't there for most of it. I can't tell the story great, but basically, he's on the run from these less than nice characters, and we tried to help him as much as we could to get away from him. But after that, we go to Corhall, and I'm sure you're aware of what's been going on there.
Yes.
And that was an adventure, if you want to put it that way. So we went into the city, gathered some information, tried to figure out what was going on. There were some attacks from the Bronze Wolf, making it seem like they might have been responsible for all of it, but we don't actually have evidence of that.
Yes.
And we get to the city, and it's rough in there. I don't know. I've been on the road for a while relative to my lifespan, I suppose. I don't know if I've ever been that afraid. Have you heard what the disease does?
Yes.
It's something to face, you know. It's just it just makes you helpless. If it had gone any different, if we had had one less person with us, if we had stepped a little differently, we might all be puddles. And that's not even the hardest part. We get to the city, the center. Based on info we got, I figured it might have been spread through the new water filter system they had. So we investigate that, find a device, pretty heavy lodestone stuff. I have some schema I want to show you in a second. But, basically, it breaks down into two main purposes. One, to create and spread the disease, and two, as a sort of safeguard to prevent the disease from being cured. And with the time and tools at our disposal, I could only get rid of one of them. So, stop the spread of the disease. Pangolin, stop doing donuts.
I'm sorry.
Conversation.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Stop the spread of the disease. I don't know. Sorry. I think there's something about this room that makes talking harder. Have you ever found that?
No.
Fair enough.
I find this room makes it much harder.
We're here. I've got this. I'm gonna lay out the thing. I've been trying to think of anything we can do to try and help some of the people in the city. Philip was doing his best, like he does. You know Philip.
No.
Fair enough. He was doing his best, and he managed to revert some of them back temporarily, but they were catatonic the whole time they had their forms. So I've been trying to think of anything we could do to.
And sort of pulls it over to him, and he says, "Oh, if the sizings are correct, if these runes are accurate, I could see the persistence of the effect being more it seems that the lodestone is to ground the curse, to create its constant effect. Not only that, it is about the transmission of who was there at the time, and if it's paired with this disease as well. But I suppose the biggest thing to me is to say that the nature of it is suppression is a potential, but the other part of the curse is when you break these runes to its root form, you see that it is not only about manipulating the form and withholding it, it is also about the breaking of the mind. If you say that they were catatonic, it is because the curse is still active. The curse is creating a feedback loop of pain. Any attempt at movement is an excruciating end, and once they regain their form, it would be a consciousness, a waking mind stuck in a loop. The amount of pain you must be going through at that moment would probably make you react in that way.
Yeah, I've been trying.
So he leaves it there, and he kind of says, with the other parts you're telling me, this seems very complicated. I could really only think of, there are only a few artificers who would be able to achieve something like this, myself included. It seems like the way you also detached it was potentially very dangerous, semi-foolhardy.
I asked the title of my memoirs.
The tempering the tempering section that you talk about right here, where it's trying to withhold that. That is very specific. That is not many. To also decide that the device would, should it be messed with in the way that you were attempting and didn't do it correctly, then it would be destroyed is also a very seems like a negligent artificer. Someone who does not care about the device. Device is surviving, and someone who almost relished the idea. Why else would you put it there? I would say you would probably find this artificer in Sestead. Some of them, the only 3 or 4 that I would know who would have this ability and this, how would I say, predilection to wanting to cause damage. The only ones I know of live there.
We have reason to believe that the water filtration system came from Rheinwald?
Rheinstead. Rheinstead,
from-
sorry.
Right? Like you keep wanting to like make it German for some
Yeah.
reason.
Rheinstead.
Rheinstead.
Rhine.
Yeah.
Came from Rheinstead. Do you know of any artificers who could do this that could potentially be from or in that area currently? Or?
No, any good artificer is, if they're mobile, is mobile in a way that benefits them. Rheinstadt is a popular city. It's just mainly a city that deals mainly with the border between it and Sestead. Like I said, the ones that I would think of would be in Sestead actually, not anywhere in Grania.
Alright.
This sort of device is not really looked upon well. If you were to do it around here and to procure the necessary metals and a lodestone at this size and quality, there's not many ways to do it clandestinely here. But in Sestead, the rules are much more lax. So. It also seems as though you have. I can't help but notice perhaps a weight upon your shoulders with the events. And far be it for me to ask you to explain. Please do not feel like so you have to. But you are my brother. He was a very talented individual, and he did a lot of things towards the end of his life that at the time I found questionable. It went against tradition, it went against everything we had been taught. And there are choices he made that I don't think ever sat well with him. But he was also a man of great tenacity, and he could not let that stop him. So I believe were he in your shoes, it's hard to remember to do the right thing, but it is also hard to remember to do the thing you want to do, because sometimes they're not always the same, because it depends on who says what's right. So trust yourself. more than you trust the morality of men or the ethics. Because you might just change someone and you might affect the whole course of someone's life. And it may have been a bad decision for some, a hurtful decision. Without my brother, I would never have been here. Go against the grain. Do not believe that everything has to be answered. I have no more advice than that. The places where you are under the most, where you are in the deepest water is probably sometimes where you're going to do your best work.
You ever have a friend who was usually right? You ever know anyone like that?
Yes, me.
Most of the time they talk. Fair enough. You might not be able to relate to this point then. But I found you know, the kind of person who most of the time you hear them talk, you agree with pretty much everything they say. And there's good reason for it. A lot of the time they're making decisions that you realise are the right one, despite your first or second instinct or whatever number of thoughts. When you're not sure what to do, you look to them. I found Philip to be that person. When I'm not sure, I can look at Philip and he has for whatever reason, he knows what to do. It seems to make sense to him. So I don't get why so many times when we're trying to make decisions, we end up disagreeing.
Just because.
Anytime I'm watching the way he lives, I look up to it. He's not always bright, but he's usually brilliant. And then for some reason we end up on the opposite sides of these things. And there's always a reason for what I want to do, right? There's logic to it and purpose, and it makes sense to me. But if I'm who I am, and these parts of him are who I wish I was, what am I doing wrong?
It is a dangerous path to ask the question. Too often, I believe that it would lead you down the path of inaction, inadequacy, which would all be incorrect. The comparison to you and to your friend is unfair towards you and your endeavors in what you want and who you are, because he faces different burdens and you face different burdens than him. If you would like to be more like him, what is it about yourself that you think he wants to be? Could there be anything? I can guarantee you there is. We do not stick with the people that we are friends with or family with because we hate them. We stay with people because we feel the kinship in some way, and that's what makes agreements. But we also are all different people who are trying to learn from one another, and if that is it, then it is also why we debate, have differences. And through all those differences, you will learn how to be a better person, or the person that you want to be. I doubt that he is the person that he wants to be.
It's fair.
As someone who has lived a very long life, I haven't always liked the person I was. And that's not to say, and let me make the point of several times, I have not liked who I was.
Yeah, I get that.
So
That's part of my problem right now. With this, not in general. Not. I got this. You know, we've all got stupid things in our past, right? And we try and grow and move on and be different. And I know I'm a different person than I was back then. Then you're given the same choice. And this time it is a choice. And you make the same one. So if I changed it all, I need another drink.
he pours you another one and he says, what is different between the feeling of after this choice versus after the first choice? Do you feel, I wouldn't say any more comforted, but do you feel more direction? But perhaps instead, allow me to throw this wrench in your system. The first one you made by yourself, and the weight of it was all on you. The entirety of the decision. In this in this second decision you are mentioning, you talked with your friend. You took the time. You both weighed the options and you said this.
Yeah.
To me that seems like a better outcome. He shares your responsibility. That is something that both of you will carry forever. It's what bonds you. It's what strengthens whatever bond you want with him.
Yes. I wonder what would happen reversed. Because I talked to him. And I talked to my friends and but I made a decision, and not because I think I know best, but because I was the one who could do it, right?
Which
Like
is why you've
you've seen it. No one else in the group could even try, and I
No.
might have messed it up. You're right. It was foolhardy and dangerous.
Which is
But they-
why This is why it's beautiful that your friend helped you.
But we talked about it. We talked about it. His first reaction was to do one thing. I wanted to do another. And our other friends agreed with me, but I decided to do another. And I wonder if I hadn't been able to do this, and only he could, and we had talked about it and disagreed, would he have done the other thing, you know? And then at that point, if that's how it would have played out, then did the conversation matter? Like, if it's just a matter of I chose because I was the one who could do it, then does it matter at all? Did the means matter when the end is there? Either way. Whether it was an accident or a decision. Whether you had the conversation beforehand or not.
I don't know. I don't know because it has been a long time since I have ever had to make a decision such as that. And the last one I made took my brother from me. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is you are all alive. And sometimes there is no ending, there's no great resolution, there's no lesson to be learned. It is just living. And it's shitty. And it sucks. And it isn't pretty. It's the garbage of the world. It is not anything. Nobody writes poems about that.
Sometimes there are songs about it.
Yeah. That song is more about what people see. That song isn't about the reality. You have more. You are more. If only because you're alive. Somebody still wants you around. It seems like it's you. And it seems like it's your friend. Be free.
Yeah.
Goes back
Thanks.
to a drink. It's either helpful or it's not.
Time will tell.
I will make sure to get you those names. I will
Thanks.
have to recheck on them, make sure that they are still within Sestead as I imagine they are. See what you can do with them.
I appreciate it.
So with that, Click Whistle, Philip, and Set Lolly, you guys actually kind of all would in some fashion would meet, like cross paths as you would get back to the mansion. Stepping through the door, there is, you guys walk in, and Click Whistle, you notice attached to the door is just like a parchment You open, yeah. So you open the letter. What does it say, Nameless?
I wrote it to you, but I'll read it because I'm probably gonna cry.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what is it?
So I wrote it to you, Tyler, but I will read it.
Oh, okay. I can read it if you'd rather.
No, I can do it. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
It's like, this is seeming way more serious than it actually is, I feel like, but... Alright. I wrote, Dear family, I am not gone. I just wanted to see something for myself. It is my intent to be back within a few hours, but I'm scared I won't be. I tend to write goodbyes because I often don't get to say goodbye to the people who leave me. And I want to be able to have more control over that. If I don't come back, it was not my choice. I cannot imagine my days without Philip's kindness, and Liam's intellect, and Clickwhistle's bravery, and Set Lolly's selflessness. Hopefully this note doesn't matter, and I'm being stupid and being scared, and I'll probably be able to do what I want without a problem, so we'll have a good laugh. Sorry. Bye.
I run to the mirror. Roses are red. I should probably do it in my character voice. Roses are red. I want an answer. Dear mirror, show me fucking Panther.
With that, we will go to break.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Welcome back, everybody. Hello. How are you? We had a good break, obviously, and I hope you did too. You had drinks to get, peas to have, children to kill, maybe?
How do you know they're eating peas?
So, Nameless, you will open us up into our second half. You step through the door with Panther. It is it's perpetually it's in its perpetual sort of Twilight-esque lighting in the little grove. It's the same season, it's spring, but what is your plan here?
So I'm going to turn to Panther.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to... Do you remember how when we were here last time, the trees sort of moved? And we kind of... It was hard for people to figure out where we were.
Yeah.
So, I had this crazy dream, and I learned some new things, and I had some new ideas, and I have this new ability that I can move from tree to tree, and I can do it for a really long time. But I want you to come with. But I'd have to polymorph you and put you in my pocket or something.
So he'd be a Polly Pocket.
Yeah. Polly Pocket. It's just a mini panther.
A polyed Pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kit, because he's a cat.
Polly Paw Cat.
A Polly Paw Cat.
He's... Alright.
Do you have a preference of what, if you always had a dream?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna turn you into a mouse then.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I turn him into a mouse.
Doesn't seem the most enthused, but
I gave him the option.
you he willingly allows himself to be transformed into a mouse, and you
Okay.
pocket him.
Yeah, my pocket. Okay, so this is the part I have a question on.
Okay.
So, it says it takes 5 feet. Like, I can move 500 feet with 5 feet of movement. Can I go my, that's 7, so that would be 25. No. Yeah. What's 7 times 5?
3,500 feet.
I can go 3,500 feet, but can I do half of that, step out, gather my surroundings, and then step back, go back the way I came?
Yeah.
Okay, I do that then. So I go the halfway mark.
Okay. What direction are you heading? You have north,
the way that Liam
east,
went
west. The way that Liam went.
when the thing started changing.
Yeah. Okay. What's the spell again?
It's called Tree Stride. I've been so hyped for this spell.
Alright.
Oh, I can't do that because polymorph is a concentration skill 2, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, but okay, so but my entire plan, this whole thing is now a bust.
Yeah, sorry. I'll allow you to take back polymorph because you would have known
Yeah.
the limitation, but
Great, so then we just start walking. How unfortunate. I've been so hyped to have this spell
you
prepared.
can still use the spell.
I can't leave Panther in the dust.
I mean, he could just be waiting back there while you go do something.
Here's my fear. I'm just worried that there's gonna be like bronze wolves hiding and then like attack. That's why I wrote a note. So I'm gonna go and do. So
Okay.
what we're gonna do instead then is I'm going to apologize to one of the trees. Say, actually no, I'm not gonna
Apologize.
do that. I'm just gonna find a stick on the ground, like a long enough stick, like
Okay.
a branch,
Okay.
and we're gonna drag it behind me so that it makes like a trail of where I'm going
Okay.
or been.
All right.
So we walk.
And you walk. Okay. Heading in the direction that Liam was heading, you make your way. And it's noisy. It's a lot of activity, a lot of creaking wood, and the trees themselves again are still semi-swaying, almost seemingly moving on their own. And as you continue forward, there's a moment about a mile in, so about 15 minutes, that once you reach about a mile, which is around where you would have done for your halfway mark. You move forward and you're just like, huh. You look behind you and there's maybe about 15 feet where the thing that you've been dragging behind you is actually showing, but no longer are you seeing any sort of trail. It's almost as if the pathway
Well, I guess I can let go of the stick then, Panther.
Mm-hmm. The trees themselves also have, it's just this pattern of you're in an area that you can already feel is not easily traversable. However, you do have your excellent sense of geography, but it's still not going to be great. It's not going to be easy, but it's still one of those things where you can recognize signs of things. And knowing the nature of these magic enhanced, you can tell that this is magically enhanced woods. So it's one of those things where it's a little bit easier to kind of like designate, okay, maybe I should pay attention to that, but it's still confusing enough that like to make your trip back you're going to be making checks.
Yep, that's what I was worried about.
Okay. So in these moments of you're seeing animals in very big bunches. There's as you reach the mile mark and all these things start to happen, you hear a faint music. You hear pipes being played.
I stop.
The pipes aren't getting closer. They just are somewhere in the distance to your west.
Having a very big dilemma right now. Because I just kind of wanted to do a little poppy poo over there.
Panther sort of looks up at you. Are we having any sort of goal here?
I wanted to see them, to know who it is. If I see Herrick, I didn't want to do anything yet, but I'm honestly...
Do you know where Herrick is?
Now that I'm... No.
Could we find that out?
I tried, I just kind of assumed it was here.
But did we know where in here?
No, sometimes I kind of act without thinking.
You're welcome, I just did your thinking. I'll stand guard. Just think about what you want to do. I don't get a good feeling from this place.
I don't want to... Okay. I just want to look, that's all. I just want to...
I'm with you. You're not wrong. We just need to decide what we want to do. And however long that takes.
I could just pop over there real quick and you stay here, but you have to promise me that if anything happens, you go back. If you need to go get help, go get help.
Same to you. Go.
I am now gonna use my tree spell! Yeah! So now I do my tree stratton. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah. That was great.
Panther!
He failed his stealth check.
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Sally just knocked over everything.
She decided to step on my TV tray.
Go ahead. So you're using your spell to pass through the tree, and you're headed towards the pipes?
Yes.
Okay.
So I can go 500 feet at a chunk. So, and that's 5 feet. So I can go half of that right now.
Okay.
Whatever math is.
Alright. So you step through, and 500 feet later, you hear it much more clearly. But it does seem maybe like one more trip through would get you close.
I do.
And you go through. And you... The pipes are very loud at this moment. Not like loud, like deafening loud. It's just clear enough to hear. It's like an old lullaby something you kind of remember. Not anything too concrete as you start to like move towards it. You don't feel charmed by it, you know, like you don't feel like you are being lured, but it's a familiar sound.
Do I see
you don't have any
people?
you don't have any visual on anybody like playing the song though.
I'm gonna use my last 500 feet
Mm-hmm.
and do looky loo.
Okay. As you come out of the tree,
Oh my god, my hand is sweating.
you see a sort of just like this very gentle grove, similar to where you have the door. And in that grove, you see a flute, a pan flute, playing itself.
There's no people or anything.
No, not currently.
I hate when my iPad locks itself. I'm gonna traverse back to Panther.
As you turn to leave, the flute stops playing, and a voice says from within the grove, "Where are you going?" Did you not like my song?
No, I like it.
I decided to be the wind today.
Can you be whatever you want?
I guess if you saw me enough, you'd know.
I'll be back. I don't have very long. I go back because I only have a minute, so I have to be back.
Okay. So you rush back to Panther. Burst out of a tree.
It was really cool. There was a flute playing itself. Well, it was a wind.
Seem just like sort of like think. Okay.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
I didn't think I thought I would just kind of see the people and then I would, kind of know what to do. But I don't know what to do, and I'm really scared to do anything. I think the closer I get to finding out answers, I don't... Huh?
What's your passive perception? Isn't it like 17, 18?
Perception, 18.
18. Okay. Continue. Sorry.
I just... The closer I get to finding answers, the more sick to my stomach I get. And I don't... It's really cool, but I don't think I'm ready yet. I want to go home. I'm not ready.
We'll go home then.
I don't know how to get home. I can't do the tree thing anymore.
Well, then we'll get home.
I'm sorry I dragged you out here. I guess I'm not brave enough yet.
It's okay. wish we had a way to locate him. But, alright.
Locate who?
Eric.
Did I really not prepare that spell? We could sleep here overnight and I could prepare a spell.
Just fudge it. Just fudge it.
No, I didn't prepare it.
Yeah.
I've already used polymorph. I apparently I was so excited about polymorph and my stupid plan.
Yeah, sorry. If you didn't prepare it, then no. And he says, fine. We'll start going home then. I can't.
Can we make up a better story about what happened here? Like, maybe I fought a bunch of people and I single-handedly saved a town.
Well, let's not speak too soon.
I don't like when you say things like that.
I just don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, I don't get a good feeling from this place. So you begin to go back forward. Can you give me a survival check?
Yes. Sorry, I was seeing if I wanted to do something, but it doesn't apply.
Okay. All good. Yeah, all good. Because like if you're gonna try to do something, then it's your turn. So.
I was gonna maybe become a tree, but oh no, I can't.
I was maybe gonna become a tree. Sure.
What is it? Survival?
Yes.
18.
18. You have some sort of bearing. You're. It's this weird kind of heading right now, but it's based more on a feeling than too much of a You're used to having like physical markers be your thing to like figure out where things are. Right now, it's much more of a. Again, this place is it's enchanted, so it's this thing like where it's like you're kind of echoing your feeling towards the place that's I don't want to say the least magical, but certainly like a different kind of magic. Like the door would give off a different signature than the forest would. So that's kind of like you start to hope to like focus on that, and at the moment you think you're doing it, you know. About 5 minutes go by, and a fog from all sides, just from the floor, creeps in semi-quickly. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for Panther?
Mm-hmm.
The face.
Doesn't get any advantages on this or anything.
No, he does not.
9.
So as you're moving forward and the fog creeps, he sort of like alerts to it. He looks to you. He says, "Well, that's not good." And as it like creeps up into your like it's like enveloping you, and you can smell this sort of honeysuckle scent. It's very just lightly sweet, and he just starts to like, he can't run, he can't move, and he starts to like fall to the ground, and he's like passing out.
Okay, I polymorph him into a mouse now.
Okay.
And
before, just like as you're about to, he just basically said, just run.
I do that. I put him in my pocket, and I run.
As you polymorph him into this little falling asleep mouse, in your pocket, and you're gonna start run. Give me another survival check to try to keep your heading as you're moving quicker.
Oh, okay, 17.
Oh, damn! Oh, I get a plus 10. I'm okay. I think it's plus 8, but still. Like,
It is plus 8, but I was like, oh, dang.
oh, shit. So you're able, yeah. So you're still able to keep the bearings, right? Like you're trying to focus. You do know that you have just over a mile to run. So you can do this in about 10 minutes, but that's the problem, is that you're gonna, this is gonna be a thing. As the first minute of you, how long does polymorph? An hour?
2 hours for me.
2 hours for you. Yeah, I usually try to double, but knowing the original. All right. So you're moving, and in a minute in. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
I should have become a tree, dang it.
I should have become a tree. Yeah.
7.
All right.
Where's the natural 20 at now?
Where's that natural 20 at? Okay. So as you're running, you see an arrow into a tree next to you, and it's this oak made spiral arrow, and as it sticks into the tree, you see bursting forth from it vines as you're wrapped up in an entanglement spell.
No.
So you can try to use your strength or your dexterity to break free.
They're both so good. I'll use my dexterity. I'm better at dexterity.
Okay.
Saving throw or life?
I believe it's a check. I believe it's an ability check to try to break out of it.
Dexterity, please. I should have become a tree. Can I still become a tree?
No, not right now. You are restrained.
Oh, it wouldn't even matter. That's only attacks.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. No, it's just strength. And technically, it should have been a strength saving throw. I thought it was a dexterity saving throw. It should have been a strength saving throw and a strength check.
I guess
Can
she's
we
gotta
re-roll
roll it
again? I can re-roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
19!
What is that?
It's her I should have been a tree dance. Alright. So as the arrow bursts out and tries to wrap on you, you kind of kind of seeing it coming, or just having used the spell several times of yourself, you know where the weak points are, and so you kind of snap the vines that, and you're able to move out of the distance of the spell at the rest of it. So over the next minute, at the end of the next minute, another arrow on a tree next to you. Let's see. What else did they do to you?
It's a fireball arrow.
No.
The whole woods catches on fire.
They don't have access to that.
Burn down the whole woods to get one girl.
Oh, it was supposed to be... I had it written. Sorry. And this is a...
Grease
I
arrow.
am sweating. I am nervous.
Okay.
Thunderwave arrow.
Hold on. Just remember the name of the spell.
AC adjuster spell, where you get awesome AC. Greater healing spell.
Yeah. Oh no! I accidentally attached Shield of Faith to this arrow.
Yeah. Okay. So, I was trying to remember the ones that they have access to. I said they have access to 4 spells, and so The next one they're going to do requires you to make... Let's see. It requires you to... Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, her worst one.
20.
You feel the effects of a hold person trying to, like, paralyze your body. And you're able to break through as you keep moving. And you're trying to move. And you start to hear from behind you in Sylvan a bunch of yelling. And a bunch of what you end up hearing in, like, over, like, the rushing of the, you know, the creaking of the woods and the animals and trying to break through the brush and making, you know, your heart pounding in your chest and the blood ringing in your ears. You overhear certain words being like, break around, get in front, we found her.
No, we didn't.
Other little spatterings of, like, tactics are basically just sort of like move, get ahead.
So I will then conjure animals at but yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. No, I can't do it. Oh.
Because it's a concentration spell? No, it's not. But
It is a concentration
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah.
Panther! Really busted my butts today. Let's go. Just keep running forward, apparently.
Okay. You can do whatever you it is your turn.
I run forward, but before I do that, I would like to do the bear spirit, and I would like to just keep having it, like, run with me, essentially.
Okay.
I'm gonna die! This is what I was so
I
afraid
wouldn't
of.
just kill you. I'd want to savor it. I'd probably kill all your animals first, like, honestly. I'd make it, like...
That's why I
if
didn't
he
bring
kills you,
Wolf
the
1,
animals
Wolf
are
2,
safe.
Ripper, and the Cub 1 come 2.
Can you make for me...
These names are going to be awkward when they grow up.
God, I'm not a wolf pup anymore. God.
They'll become Wolf 3 and Wolf 4. They evolve.
No, please. Wolf Puppy is my father's name. I'm Wolf Puppy Puppy.
God damn it. That's good. Can you make for me another wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yes,
Please don't be a
please,
natural
lemon
one.
pie.
15.
15
Not
or
true.
16?
Yes, it is. No, it's not.
You get a
Yes,
plus
it
9.
is.
Is it 1-5 or 1-6 is what I was worried about.
That means 16
What?
passes and 15 won't.
I just want to hear the actual number, please.
It's a 15.
15. Okay.
Hi.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm now getting very warm. I'm too warm. I have to wear my hoodie. Half on, half off, because I can't do it anymore. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh
So,
my god, I'm in a tie.
as an arrow comes into a tree and you see this, like, dust cloud of this, like, yellow dust cloud, like, come towards your face, you feel very distorted, and you can't take reactions.
Okay.
And at the start of your turn, you have to give me a D10 roll. So roll a D10.
haven't rolled one of these in forever. 5.
Okay. You cannot move or take actions this turn.
Are you kidding me?
The gas cloud confuses your senses and basically gives you this touch of vertigo. And you kind of like, you don't fall to the ground, but like you hit the tree and you're trying to stay upright.
Come on,
you do get to, however, make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is not the number I want. 21.
Okay. You are still confused for this moment, but you sort of like you gain your bearings and you cut off the vertigo. You are no longer under the effects of the confusion spell.
Run.
Okay. You
like
can
my
hear
little
them
heart.
as you like start running again. You know that they're only about 15 feet behind you. Like you can see them actually like jumping through the bushes. They are seemingly a bunch of humanoids, all with bows, all sprouted flowers in different amounts.
Okay.
Running after you.
I really quickly, I turn, I cast Thunderwave, because it's not a concentration spell, and they should be pushed at least 10 feet away from me. But I am going to cast this at a 2nd level, so it would be 3d8 thunder damage if I succeed.
Okay. There are 4 of them. Behind
I
you.
hope they all get 3d8s of that damage. Oh, that's a hefty roll. I don't like it.
So 3 of them fail. 1 of them passes.
Okay. So... on a successful save, they take half damage and aren't pushed.
Okay.
That is a d8. Come on, little Numbre. I need the other one. I don't like this one, actually. I think it's first. Oh my god, I can't get out of the back. Okay, come on. 8!
Okay.
13.
Okay.
15. And they're
15
pushed
points
back
of damage,
10 feet.
and they're pushed back 10 feet. Yes, 10 feet.
Yep.
There's a thunderous that
Of 300
echoes
feet.
through the trees, and 3 of them get like pushed back and catch themselves, but like continue to run. One of them kind of like did this like aerial acrobatic like dodge out of the way and was able to kind of keep moving.
Of course. I also keep running after I do that.
Oh, I understood.
Like,
I was imagining it was like a
doom.
as you're like it's like a jump,
Yeah.
turn, but and then keep moving.
Yeah.
And so as you keep moving, go ahead and give me another survival check.
Oh, come on. Where is my... Oh. There it is. Do me good. 16. 16.
16. 16. It was like a...
I can't do math.
No, it was more the sounds. It was just like like a weird...
It sounded like one of those songs where somebody like remixes a movie.
yeah. It did. It was the exact same tone both times. That it was eerie. You are pretty sure you're headed the right way.
Cool. I keep going.
A few more arrows just come flinging at you. Not anything like spell. Okay. Your armor class is 15.
Mm-hmm.
So, only 1 hits you. For 10 points of damage.
Poof
as
da.
it's sort of like right into your shoulder, and it kind of spins you a little bit, but you're able to keep moving, and there's a moment as you get further, and you can feel that you're towards the end. You're pretty close, and you start to hear the flute again. You start to hear the pan flute.
Oh.
What do you do?
I keep going.
Okay. I mean, do you want to do another spell or anything? That's my point. Like, do you want to do another spell? You can keep running and cast a spell and keep moving, you know, like...
There's just only so many spells I can cast because I am having my dad in my pocket. Oh, I will cast... I'm going to have no spells left. Plant growth. And now I do all of them behind me.
Okay.
All normal plants within 100-foot radius become thick and overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves.
Great. So it's all behind you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Like from directly behind me.
Right. From that moment. So for 100-foot radius.
Yeah.
You throw down a plant growth and like all the roots from the trees grow larger and gnarl together, wrapping into one. Vines sprout from the moss, like, and moss starts to like overgrow, overbrush starts to like pop out of the ground as you cast this spell. And you see 2 of them get really caught up in it and like hit and trip and sort of like tumble a little bit. Get there. One of them is able to stay upright but is still deeply affected by it, and the one that had passed before isn't as distracted by it, mainly because they were just still they were the only ones who were like had kept pace with you. So like they're still 15 feet, 20 feet behind you. But like they only get caught up by it a little bit, you know. They're able to get out of it pretty quickly, whereas the other 3 get like hung up on it.
Good.
So there's one who's
I want to say my vines have a crush on you.
the
Oh my god, I'm so warm.
the one who's keeping pace with you is now like 45 feet away. Like you've been able to gain a little bit more distance. And you, as you're running, you hear the flutes are getting closer. The flute is getting closer, I should say.
Okay, I just keep going, but... Oh, it wouldn't matter. It's all saving throws. Never mind.
Did not hit. The one who's 45 is still like shooting.
Okay. I will then produce flame and like shoot it at them. No,
Okay,
wait, they're 45 feet behind me?
Yeah.
But, okay. I keep running.
But Nameless is catchphrase. So as you're moving forward, the flute is now sounding like it's right next to you, and sure enough, like as you look to your left, the flute kind of like glides almost like on the wind and is sort of following you as it plays. And plays the same lullaby as before.
I ignore it. And I run forward.
Okay.
I hope that's a friendly flute.
You start to recognize a few of the trees. You're pretty sure you're about a minute away from the door. Okay. So...
Okay, that means the bear spirit's gone. That's super unfortunate, but...
It's okay. Had it come up, it would have been a good move.
Yeah.
So...
I don't like
guess...
how heavy that sounds. Can you use a plastic one instead?
Can you also take 15 points of damage as another arrow strikes you critically in the shoulder, the other shoulder?
I scream in pain.
You're able to keep moving. Your arms are burning.
But okay, I keep going.
One last survival check for me, please. This is just to make sure that you are able to find the actual
20, not naturally, but just a 20.
Okay. One last thing for you to do for me. The you're almost positive about your bearings right now. You know where you're headed. Can you please make for me a charisma save? Charisma saving throw. Your face is just like, whoa!
Of all the saving throws, the one that I literally have the second to lowest score in. A 16?
If it's being charmed, she has advantage against it.
Yes, I know. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Thanks. And you feel this like tether to your mind, and it immediately, it's almost like it just goes and just bounces off. Like if you could imagine energy flowing towards you and then just deflecting and moving somewhere else, it does.
Okay, I keep running.
You break through to the grove, and waiting there are two more of these humanoids. Wood elves, standing in the grove, both with scimitars drawn, one a wolf by their side, and the other a cougar. The one with the cougar has a net.
Okay.
They don't say anything, and they don't move towards you as you come into the grove.
I stop.
Mm-hmm. We heard your call.
Yeah.
Wolfhaven.
But that was meant for later, not now. I just, was taking a stroll.
You entered the forest without permission.
Not true. I mean, you maybe didn't give me the permission, but someone did.
What do you mean, someone?
I'm able to just kind of come in it.
And they kind of look to the door. Yes. You are. We don't like that.
Well, I don't like a lot of things right now. I won't come back.
You won't leave. There seems to be a misconception here.
So, as I'm saying this, I'm taking Panther and like putting him, or Mouther, and putting him Like by my my feet area.
It's gonna be tough to put him by your feet. Taking him out already, if you don't want them to notice, is gonna be a sleight of hand. Like, are you trying to do it? Are you trying to do it without them noticing?
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand check. She's so disappointed in it.
A natural 1.
I can't hear you.
I
Sorry.
think it's a 1.
What is it? It's a 1?
That's a natural 1!
Oh, name of the show. Name of the game.
I always hate it when they just force, like, a name drop into the show.
Like, it's like a corporate, you know.
It's like thanks.
like
now I'm aware
ad
it's all.
drops.
Now I'm
Has
aware
an
that the whole
hour
thing is
not
scripted.
passed yet? It's weird. I feel like people should be coming through the door right now.
Well, unfortunately, in the time it took to do all of this, not yet.
Okay. We wait for 35 more minutes, or however long it takes.
We wait! No, so, as you try to, like, subtly... As you reach into, like, your pocket, the wolf and the cougar immediately go into, like, an attack stance. And they say, move slowly. What are you reaching for?
My mouse. Sounded way better in my head.
Please. As you take it out.
I put it on the ground in front of my feet. And then, as I do that, I am, this is a terrible idea. I don't know what else to do, though. Because I did not plan for any actions to happen.
Right.
So this is the only spell I have. So as I do that, I will lift up, and I'm going to cast a wall of fire that goes right through them.
It's like it's placed on them?
Yes.
Okay.
And Panther becomes a panther.
Gotcha. He is still asleep. As you set Panther down in his mouse form, there's just this reaching into your bag, pulling out this puff of sulfur, and you lay down a wall of fire directly on them. Mm-hmm. We will see you all next week.
No!
No!
Get out of town!
No!
Absolutely not!
Yay!
No! No!
But
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, so I want to just go in really quick and then pop on out.
Yeah, you just wanted to do that. I can't let you do that. I'm sorry.
You could.
I can't do that, Chelsea.
Wow.
Do that, Jules.
All right.
I'm so angry.
Holy shit!
I'm so sorry, y'all. I thought it was gonna be like a quick pop in, pop out.
No, this is what I
I
wanted to
thought I
happen.
was gonna get kidnapped. That was what I thought would
You,
maybe
Chelsea?
happen.
I'm
You
so mad
left
at you.
us in
Not you,
case
but
I
me
die
was
note.
you.
Well, 'cause
Like-
I
I'm
get,
excited.
yeah, no, I get scared I'm gonna die every time I do something.
You might this time.
You can do. You can put it. You can.
Sound less cheery.
I'm
Bridget.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
You can-
I'm
you can-
nervous
you can-
and I
you can
want to
put out a
shoot
lot of-
something. I'm like I want to come in there.
You
It
can
has
put out a
been
lot of
an hour
damage,
at this point.
but you sure didn't bring your damage doing stuff into this.
Yeah.
Wall of Fire is really good though.
That's those guys are
Yes,
DED.
Miles? Do you have something to say?
I was going to thank everyone for watching.
Yeah. I want you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Oh, this is gonna be a great week.
Straight out of one arc into another.
No, I didn't want to be in the arc. I just wanted to know some stuff so
It had
that
to
I
happen
could be
Listen,
ready.
sometime.
he's walking around the house right now. I don't know what you're talking about. So thank you all for watching today, and we will see you next week.